You're right. Story time! We'll start with a vanilla question, then get into the weird stuff. You know, growing up in Flint, it's an echo chamber. Anywhere in this country, really. I've been bullied since I was 5 years old when I was in Flint. Been in a lot of scraps there. But I joined the service to get out of there. And in a way, my own echo chamber. A young buck with a pocket full of bad decisions and no parental supervision. Kinda blows the doors off your echo chamber. You get to interact and learn from other cultures and religions. Not just this country, but all over the world. Kinda puts things in perspective about how you've been living your life, what you've been taught. Or was it war? Can't remember. I've got brain damage. While I was in the Army, I joined a boxing club. When forced to face one's own morality and mortality in the military, well, you either drink or you start reading. I started reading. With the help of a rabbi, I figured out Norse paganism. Back then, you couldn't even put it on your dog tags. Anyway, after that, I had an unfortunate tree landing, put my big toe against my shin coming down through it. Permanently stretched out my Achilles tendon. The VA doctors told me I'd never walk again. So I got out, and I picked up a bottle. Put on a lot of weight. My family was there for me, and they propped me up a bit. But you tend to feel helpless when you're in a wheelchair. One day, when I was out with my daughter, down by the park, she found a needle. Right there on the side of the road, 2 blocks from our house, at a public park. I don't know, maybe it was the Papa Bear in me, but something snapped. I didn't want to feel helpless anymore. Then I had an epiphany. If I grew my calf, it would pull up the slack in my tendon. And it did. So I put down the bottle and I got my butt in the gym. When I was able to rub with my daughter again, that's about when I started to pick up the mask. Here's where it gets weird. Google Citizen Tiger, RLSH. That's short for real life superhero. After years of doing that, I come to the realization that the helper's high is real. It's kind of how I'm fighting my depression along with fitness. But life is cause and effect. There was a home explosion and fire, and I rescued a man, but I barely pulled it off. So I trained harder. Started doing river cleanups to help my community, and those were rough. Again, started training harder. I performed 6 water rescues in my day. Training harder and harder. Because there's no boxing around, I picked up MMA. Harder and harder. I am in 3 times the condition than when I was in the military. But I'd say the biggest contributor to that is this app. You see, I do these stupid human tricks to raise money for charities. All of them some kind of physical endeavor. Mostly revolving around my truck because that's all I have to work with. But I've done other things. Got one up there now for slowing the loss of 22 veterans a day. Basically, I'm a tug-of-war my truck 1 foot for every George Washington. You know, most fighters are high-intensity training camps for several months. I've been doing that for several years. Call me an altruist, but I think I have the right intention and the right motivation. And I'm still chasing my potential. There's a lot more, and I could probably write a book. But me and my team have helped thousands of people. And I'm funny or something. I don't know.